Hey.
Well, hello there, everyone.
Oh my gosh. I
Baby,
see a
I'm a
whole bunch of people. But wait a minute. Hold on. Stop the presses. Do I see Greg in the chat? Is that what I'm seeing right now?
I see Greg.
Greg has just graced us with his presence in the
Right.
in the
I guess he's taking a break from partying and bullshitting and living the swinging singles life in San Francisco.
right. You showing up for the 2-6, not for the 9-9, but the 2-6.
I heard.
Lola's here at 8:00. Come on, Lola.
Look, I heard they were calling Greg the San Francisco treat.
Listen, no lies detected.
Ooh, and the girls are getting spicy. Greg is calling the girls old in the chat.
Greg, we are so glad to see you in here.
I know it's so good to see you, and thank you. Hold on, let's see. The girl started early. Eccentric showed up.
Eccentric was the first person that logged in, or at least commented. I'm sorry.
Yes, the Eccentric logged in at 7:54 Eastern time. So we've got Eccentric and Atlas and Josh and Lola and who is Scissor? Oh,
that's Dez.
That's Dez. Sorry, child. I be forgetting the girl's name sometimes. And Lola and Greg. So thank you all for joining us. Because baby, I got up. Second day in a row. Yesterday I had to go all the way to Wilmington, Delaware.
Wait a minute.
I did not have big fun.
Did you have?
I did not have donuts.
Did you have that same conductor, the one that wanted to give everybody a whole, educational journey about being on the train and what all the stops were? I mean, but did you see him?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm on a meeting.
So you didn't see him at all. Okay, all right, there we go. Okay.
And baby, I was listening to white noise the whole time.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with it. And
so today I had to go to, and so I get home, and I don't know. My ass do not know how to go to bed at a decent time. I just don't. I just can't.
But what is that? What is a decent time? What is
a
that?
Decent time is 6 hours, at least 6.5 hours before you got to get up, which means that I needed to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So that means I needed to be in bed by 11:30 or 12. I did not go to bed until 1:15, knowing I had to get up. And my rationale for that is that I'm on the train and it's in the morning, so I'm asleep on the train. And I say that every time, knowing that I do not sleep well on the train, because she just be a.
Listen.
I mean, you get a little cat nap, but it ain't no sleep.
Well, that's not true, because I was snoring and farting on the way up to New York the last time we were there, and that's what the fuck I was doing.
Emphasis on the farting.
Well, whatever. So, but when you say in bed, or are you saying sleeping? Because I'll be in bed.
No, girl. Sleeping with the lights on and the CPAP machine on my face. So, so since I did not do that, I got by the time I fell asleep and everything, I got a good 5.5 hours. And then I got on the train. Anyway, all that is to say, and then I was walking all up and down the stairs and doing the site visits and all sorts of other stuff. And then I got back. And then after I finished work for the day, I was like, this feels like a good time for a nap.
The good thing is you didn't have to set your clock and realize the difference between East Coast and West Coast and risk missing.
Right, bitch. Because I certainly missed a couple of meetings week before last, because when I was in Chicago, I said when I put the meetings on my calendar, it was put on Central Time, and then I got back here, and then I was like, let me just double check this shit. And I was like, oh yeah, because it's at 11 o'clock. It's at I set it for the meeting was at essentially almost late for the meeting. So all of that. But yes, I'm here now and ready to go. I am excited to see all of you and have a lovely, wonderful time. Oh, and I got to tell you about everything that happened this weekend. So
cool. Well, wait a minute. So listen, eccentric. Listen, what get into it? What does it say? Butch Queen. So listen, call it what you want to call it.
Octavia, was that one Octavia Saint Laurent who said that? Who was that?
No.
Who was that?
That was Paris.
Okay, that was Paris Dupree. She was like,
yes, Butch Queen. She was like Butch Queen.
Because what old boy was like,
the Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
He said the category is realness. The category is realness. And she said, fuck you, Butch Queen.
She said, Butch Queen. That's right, Butch Queen. She snatched that wig off. She snatched that eyelash off. She said, Butch Queen. Butch Queen. This is where we at. This is the space we living in. That's what it is.
Exactly, Lola. You don't want no more lectures because yes.
So anyway, so tell us about. Listen, first of all, I just want to say, I'm going to go on record that tea was motherfucking everything.
It is.
I'm coming back.
The tea is in these Facebook streets, but it is not. And it's not tea. I mean, it's all over, but it's gossip and it's unfortunate. So we will wait for it to proliferate further before we talk about it, if at all.
Listen, it's none of my affair. But okay, go ahead. So I'm sorry, you were getting ready to say.
No. So I went to Los Angeles for Leather Leadership Conference because I do appreciate all of the work that LLC does and everything. And, I've been going every year since 2014, essentially. Woo.
We're here. We got your attention now.
Yes, I'm fully present.
I mean, I just want to make sure. I mean, I know we're getting older. You have a birthday coming up, so I'm just saying, I'm just going to put it out there. I mean,
I will be seeing you soon.
I mean, I don't really see what the problem is. Butch Queen.
There's room right above the word Butch for dead. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so
y'all heard him, right? He done threatened me on live YouTube television. No.
So I packed my bags because I knew, because I had to give performances too. So no, we were not entertaining questions. We're not entertaining questions.
It's a good question. It really is a good question. It's a good question.
What's the question?
Is this on? Can you hear me?
Yes, it is on.
How many bags did you actually take on the plane? How many bags did you carry on this trip?
I checked one bag. Any other questions?
Yes, that didn't answer my question. I said, how many bags did you take on this trip? You said you checked one bag. Does that mean you had no other bags getting on the plane?
I had a carry-on bag and an underseat bag, as allowed by FAA regulations.
Thank you so much. No further questions, Your Honor.
I don't appreciate this negativity. You know that I have an affliction. And I needed to give multiple costume changes. We needed to go to the club. We needed to go to the sex club. I needed to give 2 performances. I needed to have leather gear. I needed to have day wear. I needed to have evening wear. So I had a lot going on. How dare you? How very dare you? So, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. Atlas, don't try it, girl. Do not try it, honey. Don't get your feelings hurt in these YouTube streets.
7.
I did not take 7 bags. Any snooch. As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. I went to Los Angeles, and I got there on Thursday. The hotel is cute. I had because trapped in nobody's Los Angeles was spread out before me, so to speak. And regular stuff, conference stuff, Friday. Yeah, I forgot I can't do but so many things at one time. That's
We're here, we're listening.
I know. I'm sorry. I was trying to see. I was trying to pull something, but it's less important now. Conference stuff. No, we're not really. Can you still hear me? Can you still? I'm coming back.
Well, I'll just go ahead and vamp. I'm not sure if everybody is frozen, but I think Dominions is. But I'm just going to go ahead and vamp. Oh, you're back? Okay. You're okay.
Girl, am I back?
You're getting there.
Right, am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Good, I'm back. So the issue, I promise you all this, that I will switch out these computers because I found.
Now the sound is gone. No sound. We can't hear you. I can't hear you. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
So this is the problem. I tried to be fancy. Yes, I tried to be fancy and do some other shit. So let me give everything a moment to catch up. All right. Are we in sync now?
Okay, I'm back. I was vamping.
Yes. Are you back? Everything is fine. Dominion is coming through now. All right, good.
Absolutely not, Atlas. I will not. Them days, let me not say them days are over. Those days are very few and far at times in between. You think I'm going to slam my back on that floor the way I used to slam my back on that floor? Hell to the no, bitch. My insurance ain't that good.
I say do it.
Nope.
Are we in sync now?
We seem to be.
All right, you keep going. I'm gonna. What? You go out and come back in.
Go on ahead. You're going out. Okay, he's going out. Anyway, any snooze peoples, while we are
You stay here, Epic. Go out.
Sure. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna sit right on here. So while we are sitting here waiting for Dominion to catch up, because I feel like the internet is giving us some shows. I don't know if it's Verizon or whatever, but maybe my box, maybe his box, maybe the laptop. I'm not sure. But we're gonna keep the show going. So I am at this point where I'm trying to make shit very simple in my life. I don't know why. I'm just trying to make shit very, very simple. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is, sometime after 50, 55. I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to make shit very simple. And like, I'm trying to just do shit and get down to like the real basics of what the fuck I actually need. So I don't know if anybody else is at this point, but this is where I am. And I think I think we were talking about that before. Greg, Dominion and I, when we were out, I think we were talking about this. But this is where we are. And I haven't talked to this, and I need to talk to one of the besties. I haven't really had a whole conversation with him about it either. But I'm gonna have a conversation. We're gonna chit chat about that anyway. But I'm gonna have a conversation with him about just being very simplified and very down to the basics of what I actually need. Because I feel like as we get older, I don't want to have a whole bunch of extra unnecessary stuff. Like it's good to have it, but I'm just trying to clear out my life, and some of that is some people possibly, but it's definitely some material shit. So we're so just be on the lookout for that. I think I'm trying to go down to, because and let me tell you what brought this on. If you know me, you know I absolutely cannot stand washing clothes. Not the washing clothes part, because again, it's the machine that does all the stuff, but it's the folding of the clothes. Maybe I feel like it's holding me hostage. I will throw that stuff in a basket, and I'll go to it and pick stuff out. That's just kind of where I'm at. I don't need to really fold this stuff up, like especially like socks and like undershirts and stuff like that. Like I don't do all that. Like I would put it on, stretch it out anyway, But of course, like towels and clothes and stuff, you try to fold them up. But it started that because as I'm looking at the amount of laundry I have to do, I was like, number one, I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that. Number two, and I'm like, it's just disgusting. You have too many damn clothes, and you don't even remember you have this stuff, and when you bought it or where you at. So I'm trying to simplify. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to keep you guys posted on this weekly of how this actually works out. But because and again, like I said, some of that might be with friends too. So we'll see how time goes on. But I think I've done a pretty good job of weeding my life out to just be the most important people that are available. And you're back. Okay. So I'm just saying.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Keep going. I came in on the part because I've been listening on the stream. I was like, "Oh, you try to get rid of some people too, bitch? You can never get rid of me.
No.
You can never get rid of me, little girl."
First of all, you weren't on the damn list. But okay,
I'm not on the list.
You were not on the list, and it really isn't a list. Let me be clear about that. I think it's just things like I don't know where it came from. I don't know where how I actually got to this particular point, but I mean it's okay. But this is where we are. So I don't know. I'm saying all that just just free thinking, getting stuff out of my head. But yeah, I mean, that whole thing of like, for every friend, they're friends for a reason or a season or whatever. That may be it. But again, it's beyond that. It's like just the material stuff too. So I don't know, I'm in some weird space about that, but this is where we are. But anyway, I'm off my soapbox, and Dominion is back, and he has the extra high definition camera that's giving him glow and dewy on this screen. So yeah, continue on with your LA. We left off where you had gotten the car and you had LA in front of you and it was all laid out on a tray for you. That's where we left off at.
Yes. So Friday night. So when I was at the airport in DC, I ran into Rain and Symphony. So we flew across the country together. So that was lovely. And so Thursday happens, everything is conference stuff. And then Friday night we went to the Eagle. Now that was some of the stuff that I bought because I was specifically asked to bring some paddles and floggers to warm up some backs. So I was ready to go at the Eagle LA. And I thought the way the flyer made it sound like there was going to be some shenanigans going on. So I came also dressed for shenanigans at the Eagle LA. Come to find out, that was just the image that they were going for the flyer. So those shenanigans. However,
you went into the little back room. I just want to make sure.
When I first saw,
see, now you're going in and out again. Now you're going in and out again. I don't know if it's so. You all got to help us. I don't know if it's my side, if it's Dominion side, or what. I'm not sure, but y'all got to help us out because I don't know what it is. And I'm sorry that we're having these technical difficulties, but Dominion is frozen in the middle of his song. Dominion, you are frozen like crap. I don't know what else to tell you. Baby, you are frozen, but that's okay. Listen, we work with it because this is what we do. We're learning this platform, and we are amongst friends. We are amongst our squirrel friends, and we are going to sit down and have these conversations and know exactly what is going on with everybody. So when stuff goes well, and when it don't go well, then it don't go well, and we ain't ashamed to talk about it. So that's where we at. So, but we're gonna give Dominion some time to get himself together and possibly rejoin because I think he's probably gonna have to log out or at least shut some of this stuff down that might be running in the background of his laptop. But we'll figure that out when he gets back on. But anyway, I got y'all all to myself and the picture of Dominion. So I'm gonna talk about my week. Are you back? You here? Nope, I think you're still frozen. Okay, well, he's gonna get himself together. But anyway, so I'm gonna talk about my week. Listen, the fact that this week it seems like it's going so slow. Is it just me? It just feels like it's going so slow. I'm like, this is just Wednesday. Like it felt like it took me so long to get here. And probably because again, I'm stuck watching these damn clothes, which is getting on my nerves. But so far it's been a good week. Been doing some different things as far as work is concerned. Got some extra time because I am doing some things differently at work. So I'm kind of, I don't want to say getting better at the job. I think maybe my bosses and maybe management is now understanding how I actually work. Because I guess for some people, depending on how you work, it might be, oh my God, he's not doing anything. But it's like, no, I actually am doing things. I might do them in bits and pieces. I think they're just understanding that. But late at night, a lot of people bog down to switch in the area, restarting the internet sometimes help. Okay, all right, that's cool. But so that's where I am. So I'm feeling a little bit better about that. I actually have a one-on-one tomorrow with my boss, and the things at the Black Degree Factory are a little goofy. I think I was telling you all that we are no longer. We have a cabinet and an administration that is not. They're anti work from home and telework. So it is interesting that during COVID, and the panorama when everybody was in the pepperoni pizza, that they were allowing people to telework, and now they're telling us that we can't, but let it snow, and then they all of a sudden tell us that we can work from home. But you just told us they weren't no teleworking. Like, what were we doing? So listen, they're figuring it out, and you're back. Yay. Okay. They're figuring it out. And for me right now, I'm just taking advantage of the fact that I'm able to spend a little bit more time in the office, but definitely at 5 o'clock, I was like, no, we're done. See y'all. Bye. I gotta go. Nope. I gotta run. We had to do some shifting and pivoting because the students over at the Black Degree Factory decided they want to get a little rah-rah here and there. And we had to get that in order. And now we are working on trying to implement a logical system that says, hey, you owe us money. And because you owe us money, you can't do anything until you pay it. And no, we're not going to give you any money to pay this bill, but you definitely have to pay us if you want to graduate. So getting people into that mindset, kind of like, if you don't pay your gas bill, you don't pay your electric bill, it gets shut off. I don't know when they got out of that habit, but that's where we are. But we're having a hard time trying to get people back into that habit. But it seems like the administration is trying to work towards that. And so we are becoming the office of no, because we are telling people that we don't have any money. We can't give anything. But it's getting better, and it seems like it's happening a little bit faster, and we're just trying to be there for the students. And half of us are just there to make sure that they don't start crying and kirking out over nonsense. And it seems like the littlest thing will set somebody off, and then that's that one thing they're going to drive home. Like, oh my God, they didn't say hello, they just said hi. What is that? Like, this is how sensitive people are at this particular point. But but other than that, the week it was weeky so far. It's been good. I really can't. I'm looking forward because the weather is actually changing and it's getting warmer and warmer. And I'm looking forward to next week. It's supposed to be like in the 70s. So I'm kind of geeked about that, or at least, very close to the 70s. I'm geeked about that. And we're on spring break. I'm excited. So I'm looking forward to that. So, but that was my week. That's all my week. So, if you are back, Dominion, please finish with your story so we can make sure that we get caught up on all the chronicles of LA, Dominion in LA.
Can you all hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you. Yeah, this is gonna be one of them shows I see because it's still not doing what it's supposed to be doing for you. That's what it feels like. Poor thing. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that there are things that are happening, and I feel bad because I'm like, oh my God, it's always me with something. I don't have my cord, or my internet is going crazy, or the laptop died or something. So I don't know. Maybe it's this is where we are. But he'll pull it together. He always does, and so that you all can depend on. So, but I'm gonna read some of these comments real quick while we're sitting here waiting. And I'm gonna go back to this. No, I will not be doing any of that, and you are not calling nobody's ambulance and on speed dial. Again, like I said, my insurance ain't that good. No. I will listen. I will live on and eat through my child, who performed the dip across the world, across the leather world, and so I let my child. I taught my child what he's supposed to be doing, and he did it, and he made an impression, and that's where we at. So that's the dip you might get. The last time funny enough, the last time I was actually in a bar, I was cocktailed, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little dip real quick." Baby, it was a long way to the ground, and it was a long way up. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. Oh, And then the thought of actually spilling some liquor, that's just not gonna work either. So, but tell me about you all this week. Like, what have you guys been doing this week? Like, I know Eccentric, you got in early. I know Lola, you had a class. Greg is being the San Francisco treat. Des, what's going on with you? Atlas, you just had a birthday, and thank you for inviting me to that. I had a good time, even though we had our own little. Excuse me, Greg. Pardon me, pardonnez-moi. It is not what I can do; it is what I will do. But I can do just about anything that I'd like to do, but I will not do certain things. Thank you very much. Listen, don't do that. Don't do that. What's that ride that drops straight down? You talking about the demon drop or whatever? Listen, I'm telling you, when I felt it and I decided I was going to try to just slide on down into it, baby, like I said, it was a long way down. It was a long way up. And I was like, nope. Listen, scissor hands, we start being scared. Oh, is that what we doing? That's how you calling me out? That's what we doing? Okay, you calling me out? All right, boo-boo. Listen, if I dip, you dip, we dip. Come on, boo. What you gonna do? And we're not even gonna be on no, we're not gonna be on the YMCA floor. I don't want to bring back a memory or nothing, but concussion much?
Are we fighting? Are the girls fighting?
The girls are not fighting.
All right, give me 1 second. Now I just got it because I'm got to do this on my tablet, and then I just got to get something to put the tablet up. So I'm gonna go off screen, but I'm still here. But keep talking. Give me 2 more seconds.
Well, I mean, but see, I'm being called out. But I hear a lot of what you can do, but not seeing what you can do. Oh, okay. Well, baby, listen. You want me to? Do I need to send an invitation? Let me send you a link that you can join this. But
wait a minute. So Greg is talking all this shit, but Greg, can you dip?
Greg, listen. Greg out there talking. Desmond's out there talking. Atlas as well as Josh out there talking. Listen, everybody's jumping in. Come on, y'all. Where we at? What's going on? Listen, I will send you a link so you can put yourself on screen so I can see you go fall into this dip. And if you fall into a dip, baby, I'll do 2 dips. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Who's the first person up? Desmond, Josh, Atlas. What's going on? Who's up? Greg, what's going on? Who won it? Who won it? Now, I'm gonna do my best to Kill Bill, Vivica Fox. Now, what I will say is, I'll give you hands all night. Now, baby, if you want some hands, then we can throw these hands up. And come on, listen, what we got? I got Alexa in the background. She can play some sounds. Like we can get it together. Like what we doing? We passing the beat. We passing it back and forth. If you won't do it for 20, would you do it for 1,000? Hell yeah, Cash App. Just send me the Cash App. Send me the money. You don't want a day. Yeah, okay. Oh, now we fighting. Okay. All right. Hey, listen. Scissor hands. It's a lot of conversation. A lot of conversation. Drop it like a GLP-1. Yeah. Y'all stupid. Y'all are stupid. Do those hands even work anymore? Listen, Atlas, don't do it. Do not do it. Do not.
All right. I think this is going to be the best that we can do.
Well, listen, we gonna work with what we got. That's what we're doing. That's how we always do it. We're gonna make it work.
All right. So come to find, where we left off, the girls was talking shit about my Brista, and I fight you. So y'all better get it together.
Listen, we good. Listen, I done told people and you know this, baby. When the fight start, baby, listen, I'm gonna be in the background trying to figure out who I'm gonna jump because nobody's gonna get jumped. But bitch, if it's coming to my direction, bitch, I'm hitting first. I'm asking questions later. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm gonna get you before you get me.
Oh, for sure. So, but all right. So where did I leave off? All right. So Friday, we went to the Eagle LA. I was expecting shenanigans, and I did find shenanigans, but not what I thought. I thought I was gonna find dark room shenanigans.
Was it a dark room?
No. Well, we'll come to that. So I was introduced to someone, and if it's actually somebody that I like, I start talking in vague terms because I don't want anyone to be like, oh, so you're just gonna tell everything that we did, huh? Okay. So I was introduced to someone and we hit it off. Like we spent the entire time that I was at the bar. Like you ever used to be like, and we made out all night. And when people were like, people don't make out like they used to, right? So I was literally in this boy's face and he was in mine all night long. And we was just standing there talking and a feeling and a fingering and a chit-chatting and a slobbing and touching and all sorts of stuff. And so we spent that. So that was like 5 hours. We were there just, chit-chatting and whore, how dare you? I am not a whore. I am just ecstatically free with my love. Who among us is not free with their love? Because I can point to many a bitch on this chat that's free with their love. So don't get it twisted. But anyway, so
he means you and you and you and you and you and you.
Oh, and I forgot also that Reese, one of Steel Toe's proteges, was there.
Oh, I did. I saw him and Rain.
Yeah. So okay. So we missed all of that part. So I started with, here I am on this 6:10 a.m. flight to Kansas City and then Kansas City to LA. And as I'm there, I ran into Symphony and Rain. So we flew across the country together. And so we basically ended up spending, a good portion of time together. So when we went to the Eagle, it was me, Reese, Rain, and Symphony. So okay. I was, right when I got there, I was introduced to this person. And he's, I'll give a few parameters. He is tall, light-skinned, slim, pretty, and a pup. So we spent the whole night, kissing and touching and feeling and whatever. So that was lovely. And we exchanged numbers. Meanwhile, Reese was off being befriended by the natives. I'll just leave it at that. And
attaboy, Reese.
Symphony and Rain. First of all, Symphony's titties was just, and Rain, they were just giving titties. They were just fucking gorgeous.
Wait, listen, just for the record, our siblings, baby, both of them. When Sim pull it together and throw them titties at somebody, baby, she throw them titties at somebody. When Rain pull it together, she thought, baby, they be
all the titties. And so while I was off having big fun, unfortunately, Rain and Symphony got cornered by Drunky McConfused Gay. Because here I am standing there, and all I hear him say is like, "Yeah, I got a big dick," and
this one went badly because I can see Sim's face now, like.
And so I kept giving them the look, like, "Girl, do y'all need to be rescued? Are y'all good? Are y'all good?" But they were fine. And then so he pulled, and he was drunk as Cootie Brown, and
hey, Delvin,
he pulled his dick out, and it wasn't not long, but it was skinny and uncut. And then he pulled the foreskin and stretched the foreskin like 6 inches. And I was just like, I know that is a vinegary undercarriage over there, honey. I was just like, oh God. But baby, I was busy. I was, having a wonderful time being entertained. So there was that. Then we decided we was ready to go. So I was like, well, where is Reese? And then I was like, well, I'm Childish Clubbing, but I mean, it was packed. I was like, but this club ain't but so big. So I went to the bathroom, and that is where the girls were carrying on. There was but see, the thing is that they don't public carry on like they used to, because a couple of bars, gay bars in the greater LA area got raided or had some issues. So the girls, they don't have like full dark rooms or dark spaces as like defined spaces, as like they used to. So, and we was really all ready to go. So I was just like, let's go, Reese. Or actually, we weren't like, hey girl, you ready to go? Because if not, we would have just stood over there in the corner until he was ready. Because listen, I want everybody to have a good time. I promise you, I'm not one of those bitches who is like, well, I'm ready to go. Baby, just give me a corner. But the understanding of that is
I can
you're not on a clock, but you a little bit on the clock. So if you need another 20 minutes or so to finish up what you were doing, but baby, if you want to stay for like another 2 or 3 hours after I came to you and been like, we ready to go when you are, girl, that's your clock starts. Your imaginary 20 to 30 minute clock starts. Now, if I got to come back to you again and be like, are you ready to go? It's about to be like, we are leaving. Now you can stay, but let's just make sure, you understand that we about to go. But he was ready to go. So then we went to a cute little diner, and I wish I could pull up stuff on here, but I'm not even going to try because, everything is crazy. So we were at this diner called Norms. So Norms is on my list for next time we go. So it's a cute. It was a big spot, but it's like a late night diner that stays open 24 hours. And you know that I love hot sauce. So they had this Texas Pete hot sauce, but it wasn't like regular. It wasn't, no. Before you do it, before you uncross your arms, let's,
I'm listening.
Open that energy up.
I'm listening. Okay.
It's called Sabor by Texas Pete. And Sabor means flavor. So it's a garlic hot sauce with extra cumin in it, and it's got notes of lemon. So it was like this lemon, peppery, garlicky hot sauce. So you've been in the restaurant with me, so you know what I did. Took my little spoon, and I was like, oh, this is good. And Symphony was like, let me try. That's that shit right there. That's that shit right there, baby. That shit was good. And so at some point I was like, well, bitch, I'm about to take this bottle because I'm about to take this bottle. And so I said to Reese, there's a brand new bottle right over there on that table. So when we got our to-go box, she gave us 2 boxes. So I asked Reese to grab a bottle of hot sauce, and then so I put that in with myself because you know how colors are, how remember how when you was in college and you went to Texas Roadhouse Grill and you ended up with a 6-piece service, knives, forks, and spoons. So that's what we did, but we got a bottle of hot sauce.
I didn't do knives, forks, and spoons. I just did the big handled knives. But my question is, why ain't y'all had those Ziploc bags in y'all bag? I don't understand. Y'all ain't had no plastic bags. I mean, y'all not animals. Y'all was raised right.
I didn't need a plastic bag because I had a to-go container. So I got a whole bottle. And then, so when we go up front, Rain asked the guy, because he was like, hey, she said, or they said, hey, we live in, Buffalo and DC, and we do not have this, because I had never seen that hot sauce before.
Is that where we're from? Buffalo?
Reese lives in Buffalo. Okay. Yeah, he's working on his master's in nursing, going to his doctor. I was like, baby, look at you. Look at you. You're about to be doctor of nursing in about 3-4 years. I was like, you better work. But he was like, let me see what we got in the back. So he sold Rain a bottle for $5. And then I was like, oh, give me another one. So I have 2 bottles now. one that I got for free, and one that I paid for. Now, when they watch the video footage, when they close, they be like, did that nigga just steal a bottle of hot sauce? And did. So, all right. So that's Friday night. Saturday night, so Saturday, I had to give performances because, Dejanay LeConte.
Wait a minute. Lola, why the fuck did y'all, what were y'all eating at Smith? What are you talking about? Sterling silver plate settings and bone china? That's what they're doing at Smith
I didn't even know you could do that.
That's what we're doing in the fucking cafeteria? What the fuck is that?
Wait a minute, girl. Y'all had sterling silver plate settings?
Sterling silver.
Because girl, at Sam, we had plastic.
Girl, at Pitt, we had white ceramic, buy in bulk, probably like comes out to 27 cents for each piece of
yeah
plate that you had.
Full chinas, yes, Atlas, full chinas. So I was asked to do, so the reason I needed to be in LA is because I was being honored. And actually, let me go grab the plaque. So hold on one second.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Well, I mean, it would have been nice if we'd have known ahead of time. We could have headlined it. We could have talked about it on the, I mean, we're talking about it now, but okay. I mean, congratulations on being honored. We love that. I love that for you. I love that for everybody that's being honored. And I feel like at this point in our lives, everybody in 2026, while this crazy ass administration is out here causing wars and shit, everybody needs to get their flowers while they're still here. Oh, look at that.
So I got this plaque for my years of service on the LLC board from 2020 to 2025. And, the current chair of the board, talked about how we started at the same time and how we didn't get along at first. And, we had to get it together. We had to have a little, we didn't, because baby, we had a moment after LLC.
Who's the chair? Did we talk about this? I think we
did.
Her
name is Master Plain Jane.
Is that the one that the bag came from?
Yes. And
gotcha. Okay, all right.
And, baby, she gave me this. I gotta show you all of these gifts that she got. I mean, I said thank you, but I was like, bitch, it's just boxes and boxes of stuff. But we had that blow up, but then we talked on the phone, and it was supposed to be like a little 5-minute, like, I'm sorry, for whatever. And we ended up talking on the phone literally for 7 hours. We went from like to like besties in the course of a 7-hour conversation.
Well, 7 hours will definitely do that.
Yeah. So, because what it is, because we're both very much alike, and it was that. Anyway, so we did that, and I had performed for LLC before. So, and I do not do drag. I do a man in a dress and a wig. Or not necessarily a dress, but a man in traditionally female clothing wearing a wig who makes no other attempts to be womanly. That is Dejanay LeConte's aesthetic. So I knew I had to perform, but did I lend you or give you that wig for some reason? Were you going to wash that wig or something that I wore for
what wig?
The wig that I had when we went to the thing over to Miss Adams Morgan, because I cannot find that wig anywhere. Just in the house somewhere then. So I had to go find a wig, but baby, I did not want to spend a lot of money. So I found a wig store like a mile from the hotel. I walked in.
Girl, I got like 7 different wigs you could have, but okay, whatever.
But
they're short, they're not long.
But I was discovering this Wednesday night after the show when I was finalizing all of the packing. So I went on Saturday morning to go get 2 wigs. I needed one that was like colorful and one like a silver, because I finally found a use for those silver, not silver, but those white Mylar chaps that I had. So I had looked. So I got 2 wigs for $20. And
you did.
I did 2 little, cute little short Anita Baker wigs. So it was quite nice. I performed. I reprised my wonderful "I Am Changing" and a new one, "Never Again" by Kelly Clarkson.
I don't think I know Never Again.
I hope the ring you gave to her turns her finger green. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got the video. Rain and Reese took video. So I got the video. So I got to edit it and chop it up, and then I'm going to post it at some point.
Speaking of Kelly, I love a moment like this. And then my other one, "Set your makeup."
Exactly.
Listen,
I could have done that. But I didn't know all of I know all of the words. You know, you never, regardless of my aesthetic, you will never accuse me of not knowing the words to a song that I chose to perform on stage. Now, I could maybe a little bit get it if someone says to you, this is a song and you've never heard the song before, it might not be one of your favorite. But girl, if it's a song that you chose, bitch, why wouldn't you know all the words? So I always choose the few times that I've done this, I always choose a song that I know all of the words for and have practiced, you know.
So that is like the major felony of drag or lip sync. Baby, you don't listen. For me, know your motherfucking words, and also do not take your motherfucking wig off.
Well,
that
you know, for me, well, you're gonna,
Whoa!
you know, me taking the wig off is part of the thing at the end of "I Am Changing," but you know, it's fine. So, and also Honey Davenport was there because, you know, Honey Davenport is also Mr. Palm Springs Leather, which is where Master Plain Jane lives. So he and she and Honey Davenport are friends. So he did he's also a DJ. So he threw like some event for the thing, but I wasn't there because Friday night I was at the Eagle, and Saturday night I went to Slammers because, as we all know, there is a Slammers in Los Angeles in Silver Lake. So I had said to Reese earlier in the day, I was like, because you know it's a men's only sex club, so I didn't even mention it to Rain and Sim because I just didn't, you know, I don't think they wouldn't have been mad about it because they're not those kind of people. They understand that they're women only spaces and men only spaces, and this is a sex club for men only. But I said to Reese, I was like, so after all this shit, I'm about to go get it in at Slammers. And he was like, "What's Slammer?" I was like, "It's a sex club." And he was like, I'm in. I am in. And so we made I will go grab the wig. So give me 1 second.
Go and grab his wig. Listen, first of all, I absolutely love Rain and Symphony. So I hope they had a good time. But the thing about them too is I know they found something else to do, or someone else to do, or something else to do, I should say, with someone else maybe. But they're first of all, they're hilarious. And I just had to hit Rain up not too long ago because I was like, why have I seen you? And like, it's usually Rain that gets me in trouble. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna blame it on her. It's usually Rain that gets me in trouble because, you know, I'll be sitting there minding my own business, not doing nothing, minding my own business, doing absolutely nothing. And then all of a sudden, when Rain pops around, that's when we start laughing and giggling. Somehow there was a gummy somewhere or some smoke somewhere. And then somebody's always in the corner somewhere, you know, all like hide up. I blame Rain for all of that. But, you know, listen, I blame Rain. I will go along as a willing participant, but I still blame Rain for that. That's what I do. I blame Rain for that. So, but between the two of them, though, Sim actually sing. Come on. With this squeezer. This ain't even a squeeze. This is a change purse. This is a little coin purse. That's what this is.
It fits very well on my head. So this is the one that I wore with my all white look, and
this bang hang. Not the bang.
The bang. No, baby, it was a bang.
It's cute though. It's cute though. But anyway, oh, okay.
So I
These
think,
are more like,
yeah, just keep it on the down low.
wait a minute, and I got my T-box.
Right. So these were the two wigs that I wore, Des. So all right, so Slammers. So we get to Slammers, and it was like I was home, because baby, I love Slammers so much. And I get excited when you can't find parking.
That means it's
like, because as I was saying to someone, I was like, people seem, people look at kink and everything is like surface. It's like, oh, you like this or you like that. And I said, at least for me, and what I try to get other people to understand through our pledge process and through membership is that you're seeking a deeper level, right? So you could be like, yeah, I like sex clubs, or I like this kink, or I like that kink. But when you do a deeper exploration of it, it gets you to a better understanding of yourself. And yes, I love sticking my dick in random holes, but I also do enjoy the energy. So that's why I want the club to be packed. Because if I was in the sex club, and even if I found someone that I was really interested in the club, but there was only like maybe 30 people at the club, I wouldn't have as much fun because I'm getting off on the energy of the space. So knowing that club was packed like wall to wall with people, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a good time. And it was, until
I'm going to go ahead and refer to the message that I saw. So I'm going to just go ahead and this is not my story to tell, but go ahead.
So there I was. I was just having fun, fucking, like random dudes, and I was just having a good time. There was thick boys and skinny boys and tall boys and short boys and wide boys, slim boys, and this cute little Latin guy bent over, and it was like a shaft of light. A shaft of light came down, and he bent over, and I always
shut up, Atlas.
Oh, there was that. So we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. So there was a shaft of light, and I am ready to go. And I it wasn't so much that I was doing a test, because I was, that's my thing. I like to stick my fingers in buttholes, especially for I'm about to fuck them. So I do that, and I felt something squirt on me, which is fine, because I was like, preloaded up. I was like, baby, that is what Doxy is for. Which reminds me, I need to take my Doxy. So as soon as I get off of this shit, let me go get that together. So I was fine, but then as I was about to stick it in, I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
God damn it. And I'm like, I mean, I didn't have an actual flashlight, but I was like, this nigga's in here painting the girls in the sex club. Because, baby, so what I thought when I was fingering him was,
you thought it was lubricant.
Or other men. Either of which was fine given the circumstances. It was not. And I was like, so now all of a sudden, what was a great and wonderful thing with all of these people was like, get out of my way. I gotta get to the bathroom. Now, move. God damn it. Move. Luckily, I'd already fucked like 12 people. So I was, yeah. Atlas, it was very much Picasso. It was very much Picasso. And after that, I was a little bit over it. Did I still fuck like 2 or 3 other people? Yeah. So, but I wasn't on my record-setting pace that I had been on, prior to that moment. And then while I was sitting there, because I'm sitting there and I was actually sitting there watching La Brea, that show about the La Brea tar pits, and because it was on the TV, so I'm sitting there like trying to get my shit back together, and it's like calm down. And then I hear these 2 guys arguing, and I immediately thought of you, Epic, and I was like, Lewis.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it. Damn it, Lewis.
So that was that. And then another theme of the weekend was fabulous taco trucks. Baby, we're in LA. So there were all of these, everywhere you went on every corner, it was always somebody with a little truck that was making bomb ass tacos. I had some on Thursday night. I had some on Saturday night. And so Saturday night, after we left Slammers, after I had washed my hands thoroughly, we went and found this taco truck that was like a half mile away. And baby, I wore that platter out.
Who was that time we came out of the Eagle in LA for Blackout? That motherfucking taco truck that was there, baby, yes. On that bus. Mm-hmm. The way I was just like,
yes, God. Oh my God, it was so good. And then on Sunday, I met up with Andres. Remember Andres, the one who designed the shirt for Blackout in 2019?
Yes.
Light-skinned Mexican guy.
I just said that on the other day.
Yeah, and he's cool. And so we had a lovely dinner and stuff, and then I came home. So I had a wonderful time in LA. So it was good. I enjoyed myself.
Well, good. You had a full weekend. That's what it sounds. A full week, I should say.
I did. Oh, so let's get into a few videos because there is some interesting things for us to see today.
Okay.
My name is Siobhan Anderson. I am the founder and owner of Marshes, the owner of the LLC that holds the real estate at 430 South Street, and the owner of the LLC that holds the establishment's liquor license. I am issuing this statement in response to a routine inspection conducted at Marshes on February 20th between 11:36 p.m. and 12:10 a.m. Authorities advised us that the inspection followed a second anonymous complaint received within 30 days of a prior call. The complaint alleged that Marshes was serving underage patrons, selling alcohol after permitted hours, and operating without proper licenses. All licenses were currently in place and approved. No citations, cease or desist, or closures were issued. Marshes is and will continue to remain in full compliancy with all city and state regulations. We operate with all required licenses and approvals. Responsible alcohol service is a top priority for our team, and we strictly adhere to all applicable laws governing age verification and hours of operation. The safety and well-being of our patrons, guests, and staff are paramount to our ownership and our leadership team. We apologize to anyone who may have been inconvenienced or affected during the inspection process. Marshes remains committed to our family, our community, our city, and our state. We will continue to operate with integrity, transparency, and pride. Strength and unity always. And of course, go Birds.
So that's intimidation. I think, I don't know if it's the city of Philadelphia or the state of Pennsylvania, or because this wouldn't be the first time that a Black and or queer owned space is the target of harassment by locals on South Street. Because remember, we were going to go to that brunch spot that was a Black woman owned spot the last time we was in Philadelphia. And
it was, yeah, they were,
but they were doing fine because baby, when we walked in, they had like a 3-hour wait list. So I was like, well, girl,
yeah,
y'all are good.
They were doing
yeah.
fine.
So I just wanted us to spotlight that because, if you're ever in Philadelphia, check out Marsha's. It is a women-owned, queer-centered sports bar, but they're open and welcoming to everybody. So, and we support the gays in all of their forms. We support the Blacks. Right. And we support all of the humans. So we definitely support Marsha. I've reached out to her. I've reached out to this woman, Siobhan, on Instagram, and just to offer my support and say, what can I, as a man and as the chair of the Onyx National Council and president of Onyx Mid-Atlantic, do to support? So this is one way. She hasn't responded yet. Maybe they got a whole business to run, so I'm not, but. If you are in the Philadelphia area, go and check them out. Go in, have a drink or two, show support.
And they shut out the Now Stars on the Skyline all on the same night, but Wiz was untouched. Yes, I do remember that.
All right, next up.
I do remember that. That was fucked up though, but I do remember that.
And then a celebrity.
She look familiar. I don't know who that is.
And I'm a celebrity.
I don't know, but she bad.
And I'm a celebrity.
I dead ass don't know. I'm thinking Diana Ross.
And I'm a celebrity.
Is that Tina Turner?
Who?
Wait, so.
And I'm a celebrity.
Huh? Is this a dude dressed as a...
And I'm a celebrity.
Hey, Mary J. Blige?
And I'm a celebrity.
I've seen her before. I don't know. There's no guess.
And I'm a celebrity.
Alicia Keys. I don't know.
And I'm a celebrity.
That Janet Jackson? Who? I don't know. Oh wait, that girl from the Bill Cosby Show, Claire Huxtable.
All right. And I'm a celebrity.
That's Sierra.
Who?
Wait, who? Sierra. No.
And I'm a celebrity.
Never seen her in my life. Beyonce, look cousin.
And I'm a celebrity.
Yeah, no, I can't.
And I'm a celebrity.
Erica Badu.
No. And I'm a celebrity.
Is this Drake's mom?
What? And I'm a celebrity.
The first thing I was going to say was Prince.
Who? Prince? No. And I'm a celebrity.
Wait, is that for Winfrey?
No. And I'm a celebrity.
I don't know.
Man, I was gonna say Doja Cat. Well, I don't know.
Doja Cat?
And I'm a celebrity.
I knew it! No.
Who's this?
I'm not a real person. I can't tell you right now. Is this? No.
Aretha Franklin?
No, who is this lady? This isn't real.
And I'm a celebrity.
Alicia Keys.
Diana Ross?
Who?
Diana Ross? No.
Brittany.
I want to slap every one of these children.
Don't show me that video.
And here's the thing. Here is the thing, right? I think we can't just say that it's an age thing, because when we were that age, so they're showing children of today. So these people look like they were in college, right? So that means there's an average age of 22, and they're asking people. So that means they were all born in the 2000s, right? So that means the equivalent would be for us being in college and showing us pictures of people like Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, Martha and the Vandellas, all of that stuff. And I think we would know who those people are, because those are pop culture icons. Because we're not asking you like some down in the weeds star. That's why I kind of hesitated with Martha and the Vandellas, because Martha and the Vandellas was like no shade to Martha and the Vandellas, but there was Martha, then there was Aretha and Diana Ross, and that's who they showed. They showed a picture of someone who is an icon across generations, and the fact that this generation has access to the most knowledge that anyone has ever had,
and are not using it at all. And here's but the other part is this is, and I don't know about you, but I'm gonna assume at some particular point, whether it was your mother and or your father, there were lessons that were learned at home about music and people, because again, it's just like stuff that we're living through now. We would tell our kids to say, "Oh my God, remember when someone said, oh no," like just telling the story of R. Kelly is one thing. Just telling the story, you know what I mean? Like telling the story of Jennifer Hudson and how she got started, or telling the story about, Jack, whoever you at some particular point, there was knowledge that was passed on because there are still things that my parents talked to me about as far as Marvin Gaye is concerned, talked to me about as far as Sam Cooke was
Right.
concerned, talked to me as far as Aretha Franklin, as well as Diana Ross, just in general. Maybe it was because of the activism at that particular point with a lot of them,
Right.
but some of it was just nonsense. I won't say nonsense, but like gossip and stuff which would be celebrity news or gossip now, but it wasn't then. And we didn't even have access to the internet and all that stuff.
And
So
it's also,
it was
you
very
just didn't have
word of
so
mouth
many things to listen to.
and
I
music.
heard somebody, two things. I heard one person say is that part of it is because we didn't have a whole lot of musical choices, right? If
I don't know about
you
you, I
live
sure
in a
did.
city, like DC had like 2 or 3 black radio stations. There was WKYS and OK100.
So PG 95.5 and 102.3, like even the Howard, like when did those things come
Well,
out?
and WP. So we had like 3 plus HUR, but HUR back in the day only played like Aretha Franklin, Diana Ross. They only played like that. They didn't play like, they play like jazz during the day and slow jams at night. So, but my point is that you only had a couple of sources from which to get music, and none of those sources was online. You had to listen to the radio, and that was kind of it, which sort of forced you to listen sometimes to shit that you didn't necessarily like or know. Because like now, I don't ever have to listen to a song that I don't like again ever in life.
But wait a minute, I'll do you one better. How many times have you sat by your radio with a cassette tape to record the song when it came on, trying not to catch the commercials, and because you know you always do it WPGC, or because in Philadelphia it's a Power 99 FM, you're like, but it was also rewinding that tape to then listen to the words and write them down so you can try to remember.
Yes. And then the second thing that I remember or that I saw recently was some rapper whose name I cannot remember. And when the article came up, I was like, who? This person was talking about how terrible the song Rapper's Delight was, and that the song was basic. And so here's the thing. Is the song Rapper's Delight basic compared to some of the lyrics today? But that's how all art forms progress. They generally progress from a more, even if you look at rock and roll, Big Mama Thornton, and let's not even talk about Big Mama Thornton versus Elvis Presley, but you look at what was rock and roll then versus what is rock and roll now. Art forms always progress, and when you look back on what was 10, 20, 30 years ago, and definitely when you look back to the inception of the art form, you can see the progression, but you would never say it was simplistic. You would say that it was appropriate for its time. But you know what the problem is? All of that requires you to be at least a little bit learned and knowledgeable so that you can have the words to articulate what the growth was in hip hop from the 70s to now, and also the different societal pressures, because at the same time that they was doing that shit, you know, they was starting to talk about fuck the police in LA. So, and they was talking about drop that pussy in South Florida. So, you know, my point is that the girls, shut the fuck up is what I want you to do, I guess, in general.
The only thing that I'm going to say about basic rap, here's the thing. Any motherfucker that heard that song probably knows 3/4, if not all, of the words to that entire fucking song.
Yep.
And the other part, when you start talking about how the art form has transformed and the skill set and the ways that they're maneuvering and the things that they're talking about now, we have gone on a full circle arch from something that is so basic to something that is a little bit more complicated when you start going from like Rapper's Delight to like a Big Daddy Kane to then like a Jay-Z and Wu-Tang Clan and Eminem and
De
50
La
Cent.
Soul.
And then you start coming right. But then we're not even talking about that yet because that's a whole different thing. But it did morph into that as well because then it became like a neo soul type of situation, but it was a type of situation. But then it's also morphing back around to some of the shit that's coming out now. And honestly speaking, talking about it, is it happening or is it the skill or are they just talking? It's because Lil Wayne, I don't care what you say to me about Lil Wayne. The cadence
It don't put no toot in your horn.
The rhymes is a little weird. That you're making words, you're stretching words to make them rhyme as opposed to them actually rhyming. And then that's kind of went into instead of the whole make it make sense or give it a beat. Now it's the whole syncopated or just off beat part that where they're just talking. So like we're having a conversation now talking about music and it would just be like, well, I'm gonna make this rap song about this music, and then when the music comes on, I'm gonna make another song, and then that's the track right there. And it's like, well, wait a minute, did it rhyme? Did it hit the beat? Like what? It didn't, but you made
and you know,
that's basic for me.
So for me, that all of that what you just talked about is growth. I mean, you know, any art form grows over time, and as it grows, you know, music is very personal to people. So what, you know, because music is the soundtrack to your life. So when people start talking shit about your life, you feel like, wait a minute, bitch, how the fuck you don't know Whitney Houston? Or how the fuck do you think that Rapper's Delight? You could realize that Rapper's Delight did not have the world's most complex rhyme scheme.
But hold on. It's not even that you didn't know who Whitney Houston was. It's the fact that you put some of these other people in the same category, in the same sentence.
Right.
As all of these people. Because it's one thing that you can see some similarities between some artists, whether it was time or the crowd, maybe. But some I just don't get. How did you even get in? Like, listen.
And all the women that they named already have very distinctive styles. Like physically,
but hold on. How the fuck do you put Whitney Houston and Ciara in the same goddamn sentence?
How do you put Whitney Houston and Aretha Franklin in the same sentence, or Diana Ross, or or Janet Jackson? I was like, that woman, the woman in that picture don't look nothing like Janet Jackson.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. That was rage bait. So we're just going to move on from that so that we won't, you know, get our pressure up too fierce. So
it's too late now.
we're running out of time, so I'm gonna skip a few, but I got two more for you.
Go ahead.
I don't want to be wined and dined. I want to be fajited and margaritaed, tacoed and tequilaed, quesoed and embrasoed.
That's how I want to live.
I don't want to be wined and dined. I want to be fajited and margaritaed, tacoed and tequilaed, quesoed and embrasoed.
Yes, that's exactly what I want in my life.
Listen, it is a goal. Like I'm trying, like it's a goal. Like, you know, I love going on vacation and having these moments, but baby, it's a lifestyle that I'm trying to get to. It's a goal. I want to get there.
I definitely, and if anybody wants to taco and tequila me or queso and embraso me, I am with it. I might even do something for it.
Don't taco and tequila me, taco and something else me, or taco and tequila. I don't know, but they're not tequila. But everything else, I'm all here for.
I was saying to one of our brothers who I was chatting with on Telegram, I was like, listen, I just wanna fuck cute boys on the balconies of moderately priced hotels around the world. Is that too much to ask? And speaking of which, we'll end with this.
I talk to your coochie and your coochie talk back. I talk to your coochie and your coochie just like it. I talk to your coochie and your coochie talk back. I talk to your coochie and your coochie just like it. I talk to your coochie and your coochie talk back. I talk to your coochie and your coochie just like it. I talk to your coochie and your coochie talk back. I talk to your coochie and your coochie just like it. And your coochie talk back. I talk to your coochie.
Baby, that's my new jam. That is 100% my new jam.
It might be a summer 26 bop. I mean, that might be what it is. It might be a bop
Yeah,
for summer.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. It is 9:22. So let's do Drag Race.
Listen, all right, let's jump into Drag Race. Episode 9, it was the Rusical. And I know that's not your favorite episode. the idea of it. But again,
I've seen some very good Rusicals.
Well, yes, I have. This one is not necessarily one of those ones where I'm saying, oh my God, it's my favorite Rusical. But again, it was a Rusical. And this one was called Fanny, the Hard Knock Ball. That's what it was called. And so it was a takeoff of
like Annie.
Yes, it was a takeoff of Annie. And so they wound up dividing up the characters. Well, let me back up. First of all, the mini challenge they asked questions about all the other contestants, and they had to vote, and whoever got the answers got the chance to choose some of their parts in the Rusical or whatever. It was minor stuff, but one of the questions that she asked on the show was, who do you think is going to be the next person to go, that evening? And so they all voted Kenya, and even Kenya voted herself. And she was like, it's a game. She's like, I'm here to play the game just like everybody else. And what the hell? She was like, oh, okay, all right, cool. But anyway, so they got to Fanny the Hard Knock Ball. Of course, they're going to go and sit down and talk about all of the characters and who everybody wanted. And it was rolling along swimmingly because everybody was just kind of saying, they read the script. They were like, oh, I like this person. Oh, I like that person. Oh, I want to be this person. Oh, I want to be that person. Then it got down to Mikey Meeks and Nina Coco. And Mikey Meeks said she wanted to do Fanny because she's like, well, I'm a little bit of a theater kid. She's like, I have a little bit of skills, whatever. And Nina Coco was like, but I want to do Fanny, and I've been a theater kid, and so forth and so on. And they were like, okay. But then it became this little toss and struggle that the group decided, why don't you interview for it, or why don't you perform these lines, and we'll vote and see who should take it. And so literally Mikey Meeks just kind of said, the BGKH Show with Dominion and Epic. And Nene came behind her and said, the BGKH Show with Dominion and Epic. Like, she changed one little piece. And they were like, nope, give it to Mikey. So, but then Nene was like second guessing herself. But anyway, she wound up not getting Fanny, and Mikey Meeks became Fanny in the Rusical. So Jane don't wind up being Miss Shenanigans. Kenya Grace became Grace Gautier, which was the MC. Discord became Little Salty. Athena was Mama Big Bucks, which is a house mother. Darlene Mitchell played a dog. She was like, oh, it's a dog. That's it. I'm taking it. That's it. But I do like Darlene Mitchell's aesthetic and the fact that is her full name as a drag performer. And she gives you trailer trash from like the hills. But it's something about her I like. Juicy Love Dion picked Cecile, and Nene Coco wound up being Big Peppa. The guest judge this week was Benny Blanco and Jamal Sims. So they were up there and they were doing the choreography and also the music or whatever. So they got to, record their tracks and sing their parts and put everything down. And then they had to come on stage and do the Rusical and then, lip sync to their parts. Mikey Meeks sang. I'm not saying she was like, oh my God, the best singer ever, but she sang. Like, it was very artsy. And I'm in the play. I'm doing a Rusical. She sang. So she did a good job. Jane Don't played, like I said, she played Miss Shenanigans, who would have been Carol Burnett's character. I can't remember what her name, in Annie, what the character's name was, but the older woman who was the head of the.
I can't remember the name, but I know what you mean. Yeah,
head of the orphanage. But everybody did extremely well, except for Athena and Juicy. So that's grandmother and granddaughter. And so they also had to come out after the Rusical in beige looks. Listen, I don't know what people were thinking about. There were some cute looks. Jane Doe had this kind of remake of like a Mae West type of look with the really high back collar, but everything was in beige and like beige tones. Mikey Meeks came out in this beige patent leather kind of business suit. But the bitch who shut it down for me was motherfucking Darlene Mitchell. She had this motherfucking multi-materialed and multi-textured and multi-printed plaid beige ensemble with these wide, long shoulders. I'll send a picture up, but it was amazing to me. It was my favorite look of the night. It was just amazing. So I'm giving shouts out to Darlene Mitchell about that because it was something I just adored it.
Mm-hmm.
They voted everybody and said everybody did well, and then they talked to other people who didn't do so well, and they wound up saying that Jane Don't won the challenge because of how well she did in the musical, but Mikey Meeks was right there with her because she played the title role. Now the bottom two wound up being Athena and Juicy. And I got to tell you that listen, maybe I'm just some old gay man. I'm just an old butch queen. This is where we at. But baby, and I tell you, I got emotional. I was so emotional watching this lip sync because here we have mother and granddaughter on the show battling against each other, and they're tight. They're very close, and you can tell that. And so while they were lip syncing to "Call Me When You Break Up" by Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, it was just a whole lot going on. And you saw Juicy kind of breaking down, and she was just like, "Oh my God, I can't really do this." And this is when the waterworks started for me, because there was something going on with my air conditioner. I mean, with my heater and stuff. And Clark was running around.
Of course,
it was a lot. But
I get it.
When Athena got down on one knee and took Juicy and sat Juicy on her knee and started lip syncing to her, and the words to the song were "I'll always be here for you," because Athena knew during that lip sync that it was just over for her. And I think she just took this time to just kind of say, listen, I'm giving it to you. I'm getting emotional. I was bawling. I could not get myself together. I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? And sure enough, Athena wound up going home and Juicy wound up staying. So it was a great lip sync, and it was just so emotional, and I was so sad. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to go this week coming up. But that's all I got for Drag Race this week.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, it was. Oh, but I also want to say this. We talked about this last week, the BAFTAs and John Davison. Well, he issued March 1st, he put a Facebook post up revealing that he had a apology. He said, "I've been waiting all week until the dust settles after the weekend at the BAFTAs in London. I would like to thank each and every one of you who have shown love, support, and solidarity towards myself and the rest of the Tourette's community. Your kind words and support have gotten me through a very difficult week. Whilst I will never apologize for having Tourette's syndrome, I will apologize for any pain, upset, and misunderstanding that it may create. This past week has been tough, and it has reminded me that what I do, raising awareness for such a misunderstood condition, there is still a long way to go, and I will keep on keeping on until this is achieved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all."
Okay.
That was his apology.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't know how you all feel about that, but I was kind of like,
okay,
right. That's exactly where I was at. So, but that's all I listen. I'll throw that out there. Tiana Taylor also is she is one of the Time Magazine's Women of the Year. She's one of the covers. She's having a great fucking year. I just want to point out also that Tiana Taylor showed up recently with this motherfucking Schiaparelli gown that was like poured on top of her. That was
beaten. Yes, that silver and white and gray dress.
Jesus. Yes. She looks amazing. Like, oh my God, she looks amazing. And her daughter was there helping her get dressed, and she was cute as well. So anyway, I just want to talk. That's it. I got other stories, but we don't have a whole bunch of time. So that's that.
Well, all right. We are at time, so we will say thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Anything to say, Epic?
Deuces.
Peace.